Hello and welcome to the AllMadeUp podcast with me, Harry Stacchini.
Me, Lewis Coleman.
And me, Ben Hart.
The show where each week a guest joins us in the writer's room to create a story like you and we have never heard before.
Not quite knowing what's around the corner or what we'll find along the way, as this podcast is exactly what it says on the tin.
Slap my hand. It's all made up.
I like that.
Yeah, I like that it's a different one every time, and
Yeah.
I was not expecting that.
Yeah.
I liked how it banged all the microphones. I think the audio listener will appreciate
I
that
caught
one.
that, didn't I, there?
4 series in, I'm going to be really struggling. Different language.
Thank you for watching and listening for this week's episode. Ben is back.
Oh, so glad to be back. I really missed it. Like when I was away, and obviously last time I was delayed. So annoyed. I was already delayed on a flight, and I was just like saying to the woman, I was like, "You know, I'm missing a podcast for this." She was like, "What is a podcast? I don't understand."
But yeah, mate. Well, yeah, you missed.
Yeah, well, and I missed you guys as well. It's very nice.
An
Although
energy.
I did hear you talking shit about me to Sam, but it's all right. Doesn't matter. And Sam did say to me last week, "I think it's better when I'm on it."
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
He said that to you?
Yeah, he's just trying to cause trouble.
Yeah.
Did he say that to you on the night of the recording?
It was quite late at night. No, it was on Wednesday or Thursday, whatever day it was. Yeah.
I like how Harry said, "Oh, was it the night of the recording?" Because he wants to talk about.
Just slip it in, mate.
Oh yeah, sorry.
So, as you will have known if you've been listening to the podcast and watching, we have been building up to Harry Stacchini's Grenade at the Cultplex in Manchester, where he had 2 sellout nights, and we have now done them. They have been performed. How do you feel about them? How did it go?
I feel unbelievably satisfied. It was mint. It was just
you were great, mate.
loads of fun. The Wednesday show was good fun, and I remember feeling like nerves beforehand, but just enjoyed the experience. But then Thursday was the highlight of the last 9, almost 10 years of comedy for me, and that was just something else. The show was just like good energy in the room from the moment jump, and it was so nice to kind of put all that material to bed, and also just the team we got around us when we were doing it. You could just feel it in the room, and the amount of people afterwards that commented to me saying it's so nice, the group of people you've got around you. You're like, that's a massive compliment, that, because everyone's chipping in, and obviously we got Lou on stage at the very end as a thank you.
I didn't cry.
He didn't cry.
I didn't cry.
Hey, there's video footage, lad. You'll edit.
But for me, it was that sense of I was emotional about it, but I remember feeling this sense of looking at what we created in terms of not just the audience there, but people coming into the venue, the poster, everything, the feel of it was just it felt like a proper event. So
you should be proud, both of you. It was incredible. I was obviously a spectator as well. It was amazing. Everyone was, exactly what you just said. Great energy.
And you was on the door.
I was on the door. I was keeping everybody in line.
Yeah.
Lewis said I was there because I was the toughest, but I think it was because I was the least skilled. But it was nice.
Yeah.
A lot of people said to me, "I really enjoyed your Harry Kane impression," and I was like, "That wasn't me."
That's funny. Getting recognised on podcasts you weren't on.
Yeah.
And ones I was on.
And the ones you were on, yeah. Which we've.
I feel like we've said this on so many podcasts about.
But obviously,
that's how excited we were about Ben being recognised in France. You probably know more about it than we do.
Yeah.
But it's probably the guy sat there who recognised Ben going, it weren't that big a deal.
Yeah, and you still haven't sent me my mug.
I've not been back. I've not been on.
Exactly. We're going to get that mug sent out to you.
We will. Yeah. I promise you will. Do you remember saying to me after your show at 2 a.m?
We're in the karaoke bar. I remember, yeah.
You turned to me and what was that last sentence you said?
I said something about. I said something.
You were like, "Well, it's funny, isn't it? Because you're getting recognised and you've been on the least episodes."
I remember saying that's it. Yeah.
Kind of seller in his hands. Yeah.
We ended up in the karaoke after the gig on Thursday, and there were some belters in there.
Oh yeah,
there were some absolute belters.
Your sweet transvestite took the roof off.
It's my party piece. I've been doing that song for nearly 15 years now, so I would like to think I've made it my own.
Yeah.
I put in the hard work.
It was the Sam made a comment when Lewis was doing Sweet Transvestite. On the karaoke machine, it said 17-minute break, and Lewis knew all the words during the part when the machine was like, "I ain't got a clue." And then you did James.
I just sit down with James, and I made everyone sit down in the club at the sticky floor.
Yeah. Sit down.
Yeah.
Shut up, sit down.
People listen to me. I should go into politics.
Please don't.
It was It was a great evening.
Yeah, what did you say? Suspicious,
I did Suspicious Minds, by Elvis Presley, and then we did Make Me Smile, Cockney Rebel.
Yeah.
Which was, it was just a mint 2 days. But
yeah. Well, the energy carried on from the show, didn't it? To like a happy night.
Yeah.
It was, I cycled home that night as well.
Did you?
Yeah, well, the long way through the road.
Hell.
I cycled through a park that you like don't go in at night time.
I didn't even know you had a bicycle with you.
No, I used one of the ones that you rent.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
Right. You had a Brompton.
Stole someone's bike, some kid.
Yeah. Here's something that I wanted to bring up. So I was on Twitter earlier, X, and I'm just going through the feed.
I think you're going to talk about it. It really annoyed me.
Yeah, and I'm just going through, and like I don't go on it a lot, but this thing just caught my eye, and it was a tweet, and it was.
I've not got a clue.
Oh, that's embarrassing, that.
It was a tweet to Aldi from Ben, and it was like, last week there was a bite missing out of my chorizo. This week there's a piece of blue plastic in it. That's shocking, Aldi. What's going on?
Yeah. And do you know what they're doing? They're giving me a free chorizo next week.
Really?
Yeah, I've got to go into the store.
Oh, mate.
To claim a chorizo.
I'm going in.
Yeah.
There was a bite taken out of it, Harry. I got home, I was about to make some chorizo gnocchi. I was like, oh, really excited. Not you're starving now. Imagine that feeling. You pull your chorizo out of the cupboard, and they took a bite, but put it in the other way. Bite marks, mate. They were bite. It was clearly a bite.
So, but what I like is, right, so the picture that you put online, it was of the chorizo sliced in half.
Yeah.
So you was, before you'd even cut, you was just suspicious of what was in it.
No, so that's how I was cutting it to make that
right,
meal again.
So you was lucky, really?
Yeah, could have. Yeah, and I think it's a blue, like a blue glove that they make when they're making it.
Right, yeah.
That someone's
A worker's got caught in the machine.
Yeah.
It's not chorizo.
Yeah, there was an
mate.
eye next
Listen,
to it.
it's not my problem when I buy that chorizo.
Yeah.
It should be ready.
Just picking lanyard out your teeth. Like,
Yeah. So the message to everyone at home: always complain.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I just thought that was really funny.
I'm glad you saw that.
Yeah, it really tickled me.
You're one of the 4 people on my insights.
But let's tell the viewers and listeners who we've got on today for the episode.
The guest for today is the brilliant Chris Washington, who is a fantastic comedian who lives all 10 miles down the road, if that.
If that. Like more like 4.
4.
Yeah.
Chris, he's someone I've known for a while, someone you've known for a while as well.
Stand-up comedian, obviously.
He's a fantastic comic, and I kind of first really got to know him in 2000 and I want to say it was 17 when he got nominated for Newcomer.
Yeah. Edinburgh Fringe.
Yeah.
Also, a former postman.
He was, because his show was called, in 2017, Dream Big, but Within Reason. And it was, very much like a heartfelt underdog type show.
Yeah.
And he went up there using all his annual leave for the Edinburgh Fringe, got nominated, and then was able to pack his job in as a postman as a result. And it's like, that's what can happen, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And since then, he's done loads of stuff, voiceover, some massive tour support for Kevin Bridges. Him and Josh Pugh do a lot of stuff together. And it was great to get him on the pod. We've got him just before he's off to go and play a darts game as well, which couldn't be any more northern.
Yeah. Well, we're actually recording this intro retrospectively, so we've already done the pod with Chris.
Yeah.
Very funny episode. Very, I would say, Lee-based. Lee Goulburn. It's very much of my area.
With a bit of Columbia maybe involved as well.
Yeah. Well, it's you're getting Godfather vibes to some extent. It's a really, really funny episode.
Yeah.
And we hope you all enjoy it. If you are enjoying it, which we know that you are because you keep telling us, subscribe to the channel. Makes a massive difference. As it stands of this recording, we are 2 off 100 subscribers. Not 1,000 or 100,000, just 100. Let's make that. It made me very happy. Yeah. It's a massive achievement for us, 100.
Yeah.
Smashing it on the downloads. Keep downloading it. And, keep telling people. Makes a massive difference. So, having said all of that...
Yeah, I think we get into it.
Yeah.
Let's get into it. This is All Made Up with Chris Washington. Enjoy.
It's all made up again. It's all made up again. It's all made up again. It's all made up again.
So, Chris, welcome to the All Made Up podcast. Where is it you've travelled up from today? Is it Goulburn?
Goulburn, yeah. Goulburn, just down the Lancs. Literally took me about 13 minutes. Took me off on the bypass. I'd have gone to the Greyhound personally for this route, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
hey, if you're a local listener,
Yeah.
You from around there?
No, I just agree with you. I just agree with you.
He doesn't even drive.
No, yeah, I'm just trying to support you, Chris. Yeah.
It was how confrontational that was.
Yeah.
Are you local?
Yeah.
Where are you from, though?
I'm from Bury.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's not that far away.
BL9, BL8, BL0.
BL9, I'm BL9.
BL9,
Yeah, I'm not saying the full one on the pod, but it's...
Is there much rivalry between Lee and Goulburn?
Nah.
No, you sort of like it's mad, isn't it? Because Goulburn's pretty close to Lee, but there's no like there's more rivalry with like Tilsley or Atherton or Wigan especially, but Goulburn.
When I was driving in, I saw there's like a chippy on that road.
Bowling Green, Green Lane chippy.
No. As you get to Botts,
Keep going.
as you get to Botts Bridge, just before Botts Bridge, there's like a chippy on the right,
Yeah.
and it says you got like Uber Eats, and then there's Wigan Eats.
Oh, yeah.
And is that just a guy that's just set that up?
Wigan Eats, I think, I could be wrong here, but I think Wigan Eats stemmed from a page on Facebook called Wigan Food Reviews, where people used to just say how good takeaways were in Wigan. And it was good, but then I think there was a lot of defamation of takeaway going on.
Oh, right.
Was you in these forums?
Yeah.
Only as a spectator, I don't get involved.
Oh, really?
Because I know
Just a liker.
Yeah, I will use them for research purposes.
Yeah.
But I'm not. I don't mean to sound like a snob, but I'm a bit of a connoisseur when it comes to takeaways, and everyone's idea of a good kebab, where's best kebab in Wigan. Some of the answers on that, you're like, you've never been far and wide. You've never travelled out of the WN postcode area.
You're not paying delivery.
You've never been to fucking Cheetah Mill, man.
Do you agree with the? For example, if you go for a Chinese, if they don't deliver, you can only collect. It's better if it's only collection. That's one thing. Like
if your takeaway has survived this new world of Uber Eats, Just Eat, Wigan Eats,
It's doing something right.
Deliveroo, and you don't deliver, and you're still earning, and you still get a queue in there on a Friday, Saturday night, you kill it. You're doing.
Chennai at Culture, they don't deliver.
Yeah,
banging Indian food.
that's a restaurant, that, isn't it?
Yeah. You get a bottle of Corona as well when you go for collect it. They go there, that's for you.
For free.
For free, yeah. While you're having. Yeah, I know. I think that a bit like barbers though. When they offer you beer at barbers, it's like it's 3 o'clock. I don't want one.
An elite beer.
The Corona.
No, the waiting for a takeaway beer is.
Oh yeah, it's nice.
It's something about a bottle of Corona's lovely, but a pint of Kingfisher while you just sat there waiting, listening to all the tunes.
Yeah, all the tunes.
That type of music.
Yeah, just
My
loving
local
it.
Chinese don't play music.
No, Indian.
Oh, okay, sorry.
They all play music.
Different cuisine here, mate.
Sorry, apologise.
Same continent.
Ignorance,
There's a takeaway I go to in Montons called Shabna, and it is absolutely like spot on. Type takeaway where all the staff wear ties.
Wow.
Right.
I mean,
Overdressed then.
I'm like, that's I like that, mate.
You would like that though, because you're middle class, aren't you?
I was going to a family party and said that's what it is. It's not actually a takeaway.
Yeah.
Is it any good, that takeaway? Well, there was only shirts and tie.
I went to a
serving Yazoo.
Do you take 50s?
I once went to an Indian, which is not a Fair Pavilion in Atherton.
Yeah, I've done a gig in that. Is it next to the train station?
Next to the train station. I went for an Indian there. It must have been over 10 years ago, right? I went to the not the till, but like, what is it? The counter where they were serving drinks. I went, can I have a glass of lemonade? They went, yeah, no problem. He got a bottle of lemonade, which said $1.99 on it.
Yeah.
Poured it into a glass and charged me £2.
Well, yeah.
That's business, mate. Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
Welcome to in the words of your dad, welcome to the real world.
Welcome to the real world.
People make profits,
That is unreal.
Yeah, that happens. There's an Italian in Goulburn that does that, and I don't want to slag them out. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure. I don't know if some of these places, maybe not this one, it's not even Schweppes. We're talking.
Oh,
Freeway.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But
you won't be
that
seen
Far
dead in there,
Pavilion, just before we go any further, I did a gig in there, a charity night. So I'm on, quite new, but I did it for my mate Kenny Mills. Do you know Kenny Mills?
Kenny Mills,
Yeah,
yeah.
lovely
Driving
fella.
instructor.
Driving instructor
Yeah.
now. We used to run gigs. Used to just do a bit of everything.
The shirt gag.
Yeah.
Very
So
funny.
I did a gig for him in there. It was like one comedian, then there's an artist on, then loads of people have a meal. The type of gig now where you'd go,
No.
I'm all right, thanks. But at the time, I was young and it was stage time and all that. And this guy, I'll never forget, his boat comes, he goes, "Yeah, I'm a tribute act." I said, "Who are you?" He went, "First half Meatloaf, second half Elton John." I mean, that's
a combo.
He had a wig as well for both.
What was his name? What was his like stage name?
I can't
Yeah,
remember.
bat out a rocket man, something like that.
Meat John.
Yeah, Meat John.
Something really rubbish like that.
Meaty
Yeah.
John. Yeah.
Honestly, superb though. What a versatile character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm curious to know what the development of the bar in your garden is at the moment, because I've seen a few bits and bobs.
We've got a roof on it. We've got the front on it. We've got the French doors on it now. I'm getting it plastered on Friday. I'm getting the second part of the roof done on Thursday. And then the bar will go in, and then the internet and all that, and the electrics will be finished probably middle of next week. So by the end of next week, we have the Darts Emporium. Yeah.
Do you go throw in arrows regularly?
Yeah, so that's Tuesday nights, and then I'm going to go and play for a team in Leeds tonight, actually, after this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, just...
Where at? What pub?
First and Last.
First and
What
last.
is that?
Yeah. So it's
What did it used to be called?
Avenue.
Avenue. The one on the corner?
Yeah,
On the main road
yeah.
near the Boar's Head?
Opposite Asda.
Yeah, I know where that is.
Yeah.
The dentist. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, that's where I'm going tonight.
Before we get into this, right, the reason I brought up the bar thing is because my mum has just put a bar in her garden.
Superb.
And it's great.
What's it called? Have you got a name? They usually name them, don't they? Have you got a name for yours?
Yeah.
Go on.
But just Benji's Bar, that's what my
Benji's
little boy's
bar.
called.
I want
Right.
to say hers is called the Foxhole because there's a
The Foghole.
Foxhole.
Well, we've heard that, all right.
You got a postcode for that bar?
Well, in Harry's words, she's flattened a lot of grass, so it might be.
Come round my mum's.
I'm already there.
What level is your mum's at? Like, what is it?
Well, it's her and her partner Ian. So like they've built it, and her nickname for him is Mr. Silver Fox. So I'm pretty sure it's called the Foxhole.
Right.
That's the I'm pretty sure. But
Not the fuck
it's yeah, not the Foxhole. Yeah. Imagine if she said it and I've just not picked it up.
Oh,
actually
even
is called
worse.
that.
You've just gone. All right.
Yeah. It's called the Foxhole, Larry. Calm down. It's great.
So casual about it.
She would be though. She's cheeky.
Last thing I wanted to mention before we do actually get into it, which we will do, is what voiceovers have you got on at the moment? Because I think I remember last time I saw you, I mentioned that I was watching Channel 5 with me nan.
Oh, yeah.
And there was this guy, basically, this guy had been handing out flyers for prostitutes or something like that.
Yeah.
And there was a narrator on it. And
I
it
wasn't the guy. Go on, keep talking. cut the clip there. I've seen it on telly, actually, yeah. Flyer her for a sexual...
Yeah. Cut back to later, you're going,
It's called the Foxhole.
But basically, a voice came through, and I was like, "I'm sure that's Chris." That.
Yeah.
So, what was the story there on that? Well, what program was it for?
It's called Scammers, Shoplifters and Thieves, or Pickpockets, Shoplifters and Scammers. Something like that. Great. Love doing it. 40-part series for Channel 5.
I've seen that.
Yeah, it's like a daytime Channel 5 thing. But yeah, I did that. I did one about United Utilities called Sewer Men for Channel 5 also. And then I've just done like adverts and stuff like that.
When you get the script for something like that, does some of the stuff you're reading not just tickle you?
Oh yeah, absolutely. But the kind of some of the lines in it are supposed to be funny. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you know, I always remember when I did the one about the sewers. I'll never forget when I had to read the line. Someone had, obviously every episode is just basically watching United Utilities come out, and they've come to a house because it's all backed up, and it's because of wet wipes being flushed down the toilet. You know, nine times out of 10. And I always remember I had to say this line, "That's a bubbling brownie of backed up bum juice." I was like, that was good writing, that, you know. Yeah. But yeah, so just that kind of, but you know what, I'd watch that kind of stuff. My rule on a lot of things is would I watch it, or would it be? I mean, I'm not going to turn something, but if something was,
or does it pay me money?
that's number one. Yeah. But,
That's the artist speaking.
Yeah, but I genuinely, when I did the thieves one or the pickpockets one, it was fun to do. It was great. You know, it's like having a job, because I had to go to Media City like a couple of days a week, and then we'd do like 2 episodes a time and stuff. And you know, you get a script of about, I can't remember how long the scripts were, but you know, it's a full script, and then sometimes you can go in and you do an advert and it'd be one line. Do you know what I mean? But it's just another part of the job, innit? You just kind of do different things to. Sorry for smacking my leg as well.
No, it's all right. But I reckon we get into it. Do you reckon? Right, this is going to be all made up with Chris Washington.
It's all made
So, Chris, welcome once again to the AllMadeUp podcast. So, basically, what we do today is we create a story together.
Yeah.
See this as like a writer's room. You're the lead writer, we're your assistants, and we're just going to make a story.
Yep.
In front of you, there's 3 pots, one with like green sentences, red sentences, and yellow. It's going to be a start sentence, an end sentence, and like prompts for in between to sort of take the story in different directions.
Okay.
But before we start making a story, we have to build a character.
Okay.
So what would you like your character's name today to be? Can be
Phillip.
Phillip.
Straight off the bat. Yeah.
Any last name on Phillip?
Phillip Tongue.
Phillip Tongue.
No, that's my mum's maiden name.
Is it?
Yeah, yeah.
Going to have that.
Yeah,
of course we can.
Yeah.
Phillip Tongue.
Careful what you say.
Tongue? Tongue?
Tongue, yeah.
Yeah.
Tongue, yeah.
That was in it, name in school.
So, right, so he gets... He's
Are we filming now? Is this part of the
Yeah, she could take it.
Also, it's say whatever you want on this.
Right,
yeah, you can
no.
be as...
so, Tongy is his nickname.
Tongue, yeah. That's
Tongy,
what we call
yeah,
him.
Tongy, right. And how old is Tongy?
Tongue, 12.
12.
Right,
Okay. Right.
He's a boy.
Careful what I say. Yeah.
Okay, and whereabouts is he from, Tongue?
Tongue, Wesley.
Wesley, right.
yeah,
So
yeah.
for listeners who aren't from Lee, there's an area called Westley where my nan lives, which is, I would say, just a bit rougher than Lee itself.
Yeah, that's, if you want to put that out there, I'd say it's a lovely place, but that's on Lewis. That I didn't say anything like that.
Fucking bring it on. That's what I said. To anybody who has any
Also, some
dispute.
people probably think you're saying Wesley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Westley.
Yeah.
Wesley.
Right, so we have Tongy,
Yeah,
12-year-old.
B&Q.
Oh, fancy.
Yeah.
Right, okay. So, Tongy, does he live with his family? Well, I'm guessing he does with his family. Does he have...
He lives with his
out.
mum.
with his mum?
Yeah.
Dad's still in the picture?
Yeah, he goes his dad's on weekends.
Okay.
Dad's on weekends,
okay.
mum's through the week, siblings.
Yeah, siblings. Little sister, Sonia Tongue.
It's on your tongue. That's
Right.
so good.
Okay. And what's his relationship like between his parents? Obviously, they're not living
It
together.
was a one-night stand, and then his dad's, like, that's it, really.
Right.
They get on for little Tongue's sake, but, they've never actually been, like, together.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Is there a rivalry between East and West Lee?
You know what? Eastleigh isn't really a thing.
Oh,
No.
right.
Eastleigh,
Just
Eastleigh's a football club, but no more than that.
You're not going to be able to walk around Lee soon, you, Lewis?
I don't give a shit. I'm from Higher Full.
Yeah.
Right. Anyway, I like the idea already. Going off what we were saying earlier, did Tongy's mum and dad meet in a pub whilst his dad was becoming trying to be a darts player? You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
like that sort of angle.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So let's think about that first night before Tongy was born. How did them two meet?
I've got ideas in my head for it. I'm thinking he hit like a triple 20, and then she was like, "Fucking hell, who's he?"
Yeah, yeah.
You know
What,
what I
just
mean?
what?
Yeah.
Is it,
was
is it,
dead
is
impressed.
it, is it one treble 20 out? Go on then, I'll get my knickers off and have a chow with you. Go on. I know.
Exactly.
Calm down what you're saying about Tongy's mum. She's not that easy. You know what I mean?
Is Tongue her second name?
Tongue's her second name.
Ah,
yeah.
okay, so so it's that obviously better.
I like that.
Yeah.
Let's give a first name to Mother Tong. So what's her name?
Sonia Tongue as well. She named her daughter after her. She was always going to do that.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
And what's the name of the father?
I think the dad's called Noel.
No.
No,
Okay.
Noel.
I could see that. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I imagine being like quite a known guy within the area, but
Yeah.
not in a bad way.
No, just a local legend, Noel. Does he need a second name? Noel.
You can give
Let's
him a
give it.
second
Let's
name,
give him one.
Noel Butterworth.
Oh.
No, you was very proud of yourself when you said that. Then you had a bit of like a little head nod as if it said, "I fucking
Noel
smashed that."
Butterworth.
No Butterworth. Nice.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
So let's go back. I was just going to say, let's go back to 2011. Okay, 12 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
The night
Yeah.
of conception. Okay.
Yeah.
So they've met, Noel and Sonia. Was it like a darts tournament which was on in the local
So
pub?
Noel's in there. It's an away game. He's not usually drinking in that pub.
Right.
Sonia's working behind the bar.
Ah.
Right. Okay.
Noel, still in all his work gear, plasterer. Right,
Right,
still
okay.
in all his work gear.
Is it a good looking lad or is he like,
Bit rough around edges, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
like rugged handsome?
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I know what you mean. Go on.
Yeah.
Where was you going with it?
Bites his fingernails really short.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got in there. So the away team usually come on minibus,
Right.
but he's got dropped off from his job.
Right. Straight from
And
work.
he's straight from work. He's in IVs, fully covered in plaster. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's ended up pubs more or less empty. His first one in from away team.
Right. So is he thinking, right, I'm in here, it's pretty empty, Sonia's on the bar.
Well,
gonna
home team are on boards.
Right.
He's first one in, so he can't really go and impose himself without his teammates.
Yeah.
So he's just keeping himself to himself.
Yeah.
Sat at
Stretching.
the bar. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
just that finger stretching. So like getting ready for the
I like the idea if it was like cinematic and I don't know, like if he's a guy who does bite his fingernails, I like that he looks after his appearance. Is it through nerves or is it appearance? I like the idea of him just sitting at the bar with his darts, just picking out any sort of plaster which is underneath his fingernails. You know what I mean? Just like a nice bit of imagery for the story.
Oh, yeah, that's nice, that. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's got his little dart in it.
And Samantha's behind the bar going, he's answered.
Sonia. Samantha's her cousin.
Yeah.
She might come relevant later. But right, let's just... So, he's from the away pub. What's the home pub called? What's the name of the pub?
The Butcher's Bum Bag.
The Butcher's Bum Bag. Right, okay.
Sounds like they're a great roast.
It sounds like it is a real pub.
Yeah.
Right, so home team Butcher's Bum Bag, and then what is Noel's team called?
Oh, Fiddler's Armpit.
Right, okay, so it's Butcher's Bum Bag versus the Fiddler's Armpit. Big game?
Yeah, first versus second.
Right, okay.
They're actually late because they're still throwing in their own pub to get as much practice in as they can. Do you know, it's a big game.
Yeah.
He don't need the practice, Noel. Put him on after 10 pints. He's winning.
Right.
He's a W next to his name every week.
He's a functioning alcoholic.
Yeah.
He plasters the wrong house, but he does it well.
Yeah, drop him off there. And honestly, he don't drive. He gets picked up every day. That would be a problem for most people, but he's just brilliant at his job.
Yeah.
I think he plasters and just gets plastered. I think that's his sort of motto, isn't it? That's Noel through and through.
He wears a high vis, and his thing is like, it's just so the wall knows where I am at all times.
Yeah.
Like, I don't get it. He's like, it makes sense.
Right, okay. What was it about that night which Sonia thought, you know what, Noel, me and you, we've got a connection. We're gonna shag tonight.
Well, she just took a bit of a shine to him.
Right, okay.
Not really any reason for that.
Yeah.
She's just
a connection.
Oh, I'm trying to think how it would be like. Basically, through him not having money or phone charge, she's ended up with his number accidentally. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like a little happy accident. So maybe it's not as blatant as she gets it, as she says that, but there's some version of events.
Right, here we go. Can make it even simpler. He's come in, he's been dropped off.
Yeah.
He's checking his pockets. Plasterers have usually canvas pants on.
Here we go.
Yeah. Oh, I can't find my phone. Yeah, excuse me, love. Just give this number a bell. It's his number. Through that sort of...
Yeah.
She's then, I've got his number.
Yeah, it's in my sock.
Yeah.
Phone, one of them, innit?
But that's how she's got it. And maybe just through that interaction, there's been some sort of...
That's what's happened.
Chemistry there.
That's exactly what happened.
So I'm thinking, obviously, just so we can get back into... what is the young chap called? Phillip Tongue.
You're always forgetting names. Those are glass houses, lad. That's
I like the idea. I reckon we just sort of fast forward through the actual match. How does that finish?
7-1, they lose. Tongue wins.
Right. Okay. So Tongue wins. So home team loses, but
home team wins.
Home team wins.
Tongue wins his game.
Right.
Everyone else in his team gets
right. With you.
For those who don't know how pub darts works, it's 1v1s, isn't it? It's match play, and he's won his bout for his pub. Right. So night's coming to a close. Does he continue drinking by the bar, speaking to Sonia, or...?
Yeah, well, they've all gone up minibus. And
a minibus to a darts match as well.
Also, a local darts match.
Yeah.
It seems so excessive.
They've all gone back to their pub on minibus.
This is down the road.
And he said, it's quite a nice pint in here. I'm going to stick around. Quite like Labatt's on draft. And then he goes... I'll just prop bar up because this is closer to my house and I'll have to get a taxi home further. So they all go. But really, he's took a bit of a shine to young Sonia. He offers up half a bag of pork scratchings to Sonia.
Yeah.
He orders them. This is the sign where there's chemistry. He opens them, spreads them out on the bar and points. And she's like, wow, weak at the knees. Who's this guy?
Yeah.
What do you mean? I can... Help yourself, cock.
Have the hairiest one.
Yeah.
Suck on that.
I like the soft ones. Don't touch them. You can have what you want, really.
Yeah.
Help yourself. Soft, hard, hairy. You can have any of them.
Does she eat
He's on
one?
about pork scratching.
Yeah.
But it's nice euphemisms, isn't it?
She eats one and goes, I've got something else you can scratch.
Yeah.
And then it's like,
Yeah.
they start...
Oh, they go, the human body tastes like pork.
Yeah.
That'd be even more intense. Yeah.
It seems quite intense so far.
Can I just say, the human body, it tastes like pork.
Yeah.
Get your
It's
knickers
quite
off.
intense so far. So
And then he says, do you like the taste of something salty in your mouth?
Yeah.
And she said, no, he went, no, neither do I, but I quite enjoy pork scratchings.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That didn't go
But
the way you thought it would.
it's a night of romance.
There's free
right?
son there. There's free son.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Like, she's ripping the IVs off him, right? He's covered her like a plasterer's radio.
Yeah.
It's a raunchy affair, whatever it
Yeah.
is.
But we need to start the story.
Yeah, we do need to start the story. I'm well aware of that. Right. So, that was how they met, and I think that might be important for where the story goes. So, you're going to pick one of these little green ones,
Okay.
and there is a blank, okay?
Right.
You're going to replace Phillip Tongue where the blank is, and that's going to be the start of our story for today.
Okay.
And Phillip Tongue is the one we're focusing on.
Phillip Tongue decided they were going to buy a business.
okay.
So he's 12. Okay.
Yeah, this is. I know where we're going with this.
Okay,
Yeah,
but before
okay.
you tell us, pick up one of the red ones, and we're going to find out where this story ends. That's where we're sort of heading towards.
So Richie Rich.
Yeah. And just say it into the mic.
And that was the last business card they ever gave away.
No way!
Is that good? Is that good?
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
mate, they just dovetail so well.
Yeah.
Also, as well, I know them cards are small, but your hands are massive, mate. They
are, mate.
looks like you just opened a fortune cookie.
Yeah. Sounds got to make
Can
some of
you
them.
get on a plane? That, innit?
That's a pint-sized can.
I'm doing that to a camera that ain't there.
That's yours.
There you go.
I'm going to meet somebody that's influential in my life, it says on here.
Right, okay. So, he's going to buy a business.
Yeah.
Phillip Tongue is going to buy a business. What business is he buying, do you think?
So Phillip Tongue now is in his first year of high school.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're going back to the year 2011. Phillip Tongue has started high school and he's noticed there's lads on the side hustle here. You know what I mean? Jamie Oliver's not quite took over yet. He's not fully banned it all decent confectionery in school. We can still smuggle in a few cans of Sunkist and a few Cherry Cokes and a few fucking Rubicons. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
There's a market for that. We can't buy it in school, but there's no, no death penalty if you get caught with it. There's still a market to be, wheeling and dealing, curly whirlies.
What I like about this, right, is so basically he's seeing that there's still a market in this.
Yeah.
It's profitable,
But there's a big but here.
right?
This market of confectionery is quite oversaturated.
Right.
So he's admiring the business kind of
The marketplace of it.
entrepreneurship,
Yeah, the hubbub.
amongst his peers.
Yeah.
However, he needs to break into this market with a different product. Now, Phillip Tongue notices there's a lot of people coming to this school on bikes, full suspension bikes, front suspension bikes, BMXs, bit of everything. Everyone's on a bike. You know what people have got on them bike? Mecky dust caps. Metal dust caps. Right. You with me? You're with me?
Yeah, I'm
Right.
up with you all the way.
Phillip Tongue notices, where are you getting these metal dust caps from? He pulls someone to one side one day. John Finnegan. He says, John, where'd you get your dusties from on your BMX? They mint them. He goes, I bought them off someone who's not in school, at home, in my street. Where did he get them from? He nicked them off a car. Off what? He nicked them off a Dodge Viper around ours. There's a fella got a Dodge Viper, got mint dust caps on it. All lorries have metal dust caps on as well, People, you can't just have plastic dust caps on your bike. You're some kind of loser. Everyone needs metal. Right, I'm going to start selling metal dust caps. Well, where are you going to get them from? Then he comes up with his slogan. You pick them, I nick them.
Oh, I like that.
Nice.
You've seen a car knocking about the area, and you want the dust caps. You don't have to go for them yourself. I will bring them to you, but there is a fee. There is a charge.
The finder's fee.
A finder's fee.
Yeah.
Ice cream van's got metal dust caps on. Hey, mate, I'll have a double 99, please. I'm just going to tie my shoelaces. Four wheels gone.
Takes it off with his mouth.
Exactly.
Tongy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So now he's a metal dust cap salesman. He's broke into that market. Everyone's selling cans of pop, but everyone's on a bike. Everyone wants metal dust caps. Blue ones, yellow ones, gold ones. He'll nick them off other bikes. He's not bothered. Not in his school.
Right. So
in other schools.
And so say his first day at school, because that's a big first day. You know what I mean? Like, he's got there. He's seen everyone selling like
Pulling
chonks
John
and that.
Finnegan to one side.
Yeah, and he's gone. Right. I like the sound of this, but dust caps are the way to go. So let's say, from what you've said there, the first day was him realising the gap in the market. We're 6 weeks down
he just
the line.
needs his own thing. Do you know what I mean? He needs everyone's on. Do you know what I mean? He needs to be selling something.
I'm going to just throw a bit of a spanner in the works, which I hope we can incorporate in. I think on that first prompt, it mentioned that he buys a business.
Yeah.
I think we take it back a bit then, because I've kind of messed up here.
No, it's not.
But I think that was his first taste. Dust caps have gone by year 8.
Well, once you've sold everyone one, if everyone's got one, they've got one, haven't they?
But then he's had a taste of it now, and he needs something else. Something to take him to the next level.
Right. So,
What is that?
So he's had year 7 selling dust caps. He's made a name for himself.
and his mum is, you know, like, she's a single mum.
This is my thoughts.
He's paid the telly off. She got a telly on the on the
Go
drive.
get yourself something nice, man.
Yeah, exactly. Do you know that sort of like wag culture, but for your mum? So she's really living off the profits, and I think she might be in on it, and she's helping with supply. I don't know, or is
She's
she completely
turning a blind eye.
She's turning a blind eye.
If anyone comes round the house saying, your son's took me dust cap, she knows nothing about it, but she'll send them on the way. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
I reckon she's
no more questions.
a few tattoos.
Yeah.
Well,
She's
what if? So, is it 10 years ago this is set?
Yeah.
So, vapes came around 10 years ago.
Wow.
right.
So, what if that's like, I know he buys a business. His
This
mum,
could be good.
Yeah.
maybe that's, I don't want to lead you
listen,
away.
You're on the right line. You're thinking
Yeah.
in the right. Vapes were around 10 years ago.
Yeah, that's probably when they first started coming through, yeah. And then, obviously, you were saying his mum maybe getting involved.
Yeah, so she can buy and supply. Yeah.
Yeah, he's the seller.
This.
Right, so what we're saying is there is now this new market, it's year 8, he's selling vapes at his school. So what's the name of his business? He needs to have a name for it as well?
Tongs, Chongs.
Oh,
Nice.
yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. I like it a lot.
Yeah. Okay.
So he's bought the business. Hang on. Let's be clear what's happened there.
Yeah. Well, maybe somebody had a cigarettes business in year 11 that was leaving. And he's like, I don't want the business.
Yeah.
He's bought the market out. That's what he's done.
Yeah.
So it's like,
totally. Yeah.
'cause I thought he was going to come into the school and start shifting sweets and just buy everyone out. He'd be like, do you know what? I've gone cash and carry.
Yeah.
And that fucking monopoly.
Well, the guy's going to college. He's like, I'm going to college. I don't want this business anymore. Do you want it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
£5.50, it's yours.
But the guy that said that to him has been talking with the microphone on his neck. I'm back in, I'm gone.
Right, okay.
P8 college.
Yeah.
So I imagine, like we said, he's bought this business off a year 11 who's leaving the school and been like, can I take
He's
over?
got respect though. Do you know? They've gone from year 11. They've bypassed year 10s, 9s, 10s and 9s. They've gone straight to a year 8 who's clued up. Wouldn't trust a guy in the next 2 years.
Well, maybe the connection was that he got him dust caps for his bike. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like, can I say you delivered on that?
Yeah, exactly.
I wanted that.
Well, if you
He
think
ran
about
it well. He ran the business well, and he was admired from afar. Do you know what I mean?
it was admired by his
He's
elders.
been made up.
Yeah, I can't take this business any further. You
Yeah.
can take it further.
And he dressed well at school. You know what I mean? He was like quite...
A suit.
Yeah, he looked like a dragon off Dragon's Den. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. All right, let's progress. So, what we need to do, Chris, is pick one of the yellow ones out. This is just going to be a little prompt we've got to try and incorporate into the story.
He would burn a breakfast on purpose.
Right.
He would burn her breakfast.
No,
He would burn her breakfast on purpose.
Right, so we've got to try...
Right.
So,
I reckon if his mum's... He's in the vape business, right? Tongs, Chongs, right?
Yeah.
Business is booming, okay? And I reckon there has been a bit of influx in the order that's like leading up to maybe the summer holidays, something like that. And he's a bit like, I've got to cover my spread here for 6 weeks, right?
Yeah.
And his mum is being a bit like, I can't keep doing this anymore.
Oh, she's
Right,
enjoying the money. She's a bit careless. She's
Yeah,
like, I don't have time.
I think it's supply chains. She like cuts him off. She's like saying I can't keep doing this. So he goes down the route of like the friction between them two. He's got to solve the problem, but also like he doesn't want to get ratted out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, she's trying to start charging him keeping you. She's getting a bit greedy, Sonia.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's like who put them hugs on your feet? And she's
Yeah.
like, don't you be talking to me like that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
He's like, that's my master outside.
The only thing I see smiling
Yeah.
in this house anymore. Yeah, it's just like, he's so he's kind of gone to his
Before
head a
I
bit.
started this business, your insurance on your car was third-party fire and theft. Now you're fully comp and you want to come at me.
Yeah,
Asking
yeah.
me for keeping stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Get out of my face.
You've
Yeah.
got alloys. Not
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's put her in the box room in the house.
yeah.
He's like, I'm having your room, mum. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
paid off your CV.
Berates her and then finishes it with, but when's dinner ready?
Yeah.
She's
It
like,
better be smiling faces.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Right. What I want to try and do with this story is somehow, because I feel like we're getting that relationship now between Philip and his mum.
Yeah.
I think we're ignoring Noel a bit. How does he sort of get involved in this?
What's happened is, go on, dude.
No, so he's struggling with supply, isn't he? So I think the obvious route is
Yeah.
because his dad's maybe a bit like, well, I've been paying child support, and it seems to be going a long way. This, yeah. You've got a Bentley at the front, yeah.
He sees his dad on a weekend, doesn't he?
Yeah.
So like maybe he buys his dad some new arrows.
Before he gives him the darts, would his dad be fuming with him doing this? Because his mum's not. Or would his dad be okay with it? The only reason I say is, if he does tell him, and then his dad's like, you shouldn't be doing that, son. You shouldn't be doing that. You'll end up like me. You're not. You focus on school.
Fucking best plasterer and best darts player at Northwest. That's
Yeah.
What
Something
more
to
can you
live
want
up
for
to,
life?
Dad, why are you wearing a high-vis in the house?
But I was thinking,
Saddy.
it's like to sort of win him over, he gets him the darts and be like, look, I can help you out as well.
Yeah.
You know?
I
This is what life
think
can
it's
be.
one of them. I think it's where have you got these from, son? He's like, Dad, I've got something to tell you.
Right.
Don't go mad, right?
Yeah.
And first things first, I never get high on my own supply.
Yeah.
I'm no vapor, but I've seen a gap in the market, and I'm the number one vape salesman in my school. Right?
And currently, right now, there's no clinical link to any.
Yeah.
What I like about it is the number one, which makes you suggest.
We're getting in new flavours.
Mate, that is such a good clip.
getting
You
in
saying that?
I just like the
That's
idea
it. That's-
of like him saying, I'm the number one, which, like I said, makes it out that there's like a 2 and 3. That
Yeah.
there's someone trying to keep up with him in
Absolutely,
school, but
yeah.
he's number one supplier.
People, that's what I mean. And people will, imitation and all that, and people always trying to rip people off and copy them and stuff. Oh, he's making money doing that. Yeah, well, anyone can do that. No, they can't. They can't do it as well as I do.
Imagine-
I'm getting imports of chicken soup flavour from China.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Imagine if he's that good that he's actually got like a teacher as a client.
Oh, yeah,
You know what I mean?
like
there's-
Inside Man.
Yeah, there's some coming up like, oh, Philip, mate, have you got the
Inside Man.
Have you got the new stuff? You
He's
know what I
looking to
mean?
branch out to another
Yeah.
school, maybe as
Yeah,
well.
he's just like, I need. Well, what have I said? You know what I mean? Just make sure them tests are marked. Will be cool.
Yeah, that's good, isn't it?
It's like, I think it's a boy who started quite innocent and he started to slowly get corrupted.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
As it's
By
gone
money,
through.
yeah,
So like by year 11, he's Scarface.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, he's
Scar vape.
Well, he's burning people's breakfast, isn't he? That-
Do you know
Right,
how
yeah.
they've got what's his names in the car park? Head teacher space, deputy
Yeah.
head space. Is the one before the head teacher space?
But it's a bike space.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's made it himself, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where he sees himself.
Yeah.
It's a yeah.
So I just want to say, right, so just so we've nailed that prompt, in terms of the breakfast burning, how does he do it? Is it like she makes herself porridge in the morning and he just goes and turns it up on the
No,
hob?
what's happened is right. He's come clean to his dad. Doesn't know. He's rolled the dice. He's gone, Dad. This is it. This is me now. I'm about this life. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Key stage 3 doesn't do nothing for me.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A businessman.
You know what I mean? Alan Sugar has got, all these, he starts rhyming off all these people who've got no GCSEs. You.
Yeah.
His own dad.
Best darts player in Northwest.
And he goes, Dad, you can, there's 2 ways you can go about this. You can fall out with me, you can try and ground me, but that bike outside is fast as fuck and I'll just stop coming around on weekends.
Yeah.
I don't actually live with you anyway, so you can't really ground me when I'm at my mum's anyway. Yeah. Or you can sit back, reap the benefits and see if anyone on your darts team and all your drinking buddies have started vaping because I'll supply them as well and I'm getting some good shit. Right?
I'll sponsor your team if you want.
Yeah. So now he goes,
Yeah, he's sponsored the team. Yeah, that's funny.
I'll do it. You know what I mean? It's fine.
Thomas Chongs.
So his dad started buying his supply for
So
him.
what he's gone, mum's biting the hand that feeds her at the minute.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Mum's
Yeah.
fucking playing games and she thinks that, you know what I mean, I can't get it anywhere else. But I've always looked up to you like a dad. And then he goes, I am your dad. He goes, yeah, no, but that's why I've always looked up to you like a
Yeah.
dad. And he goes, so how do you fancy taking over as going in shop for me. You know what I mean? Getting the stuff and buying the stuff online for me and putting all your details in. He says, well, I don't really know how to do it on my phone, and my phone's not really got internet and all that. I'll sort all that out, Dad. He goes, right, okay. So then he goes, right. Then he goes home to his mum and he goes, right, I'm not paying any keep. Right? Yeah. I know I said I was, but I'm not paying any keep, right?
I'm moving out.
And that money I paid off your telly I want back, you owe me now, right? Yeah. It's like, well, I'm not getting your vapes anymore. He was like, not bothered. I've got someone else get me vapes.
He sends some sharks around in year 11. Go and break his own mum's fingers.
Push her over. Rough her up a bit.
And she goes, right, well, you can go and live with your dad. He says, I won't go that far. I don't actually want to live with him, right?
Yeah. I've got a nice house here.
I'll stay living here, but I'm just saying, I'm cutting you out of the business, Mum.
Right.
Bit of an awkward conversation. So your dad's not done any of this for you. I've been here for you. Yeah, but you've started taking the piss, Mum. You've started you're trying to get involved now in a place where you want more from me. You're saying, oh, I'm the one. You can't run this business without me. You've been offering without me. You've been offering without me, Mum. You've been offering without me. You just go and buy the vapes. Who's out there on the front line selling the vapes? Putting the neck on line every day with teachers, risking detentions. So look at me, look at me, look at me, Mum, look at me. I don't need you. You're cut out of it.
Yeah.
I'll stay living here. I'll give you a bit of a backhander from time to time, but I don't need you. All right, I do not need you. So go on, go.
Well, you know,
but yeah, we'll still make you. All right, yeah. No, all right, yeah. I'm not falling out with you, but I'm cutting you out of the business. Yeah, we're still mum and son. No, I'll still make you breakfast on a Saturday. But just letting you know, you've pissed me off bad.
I like that. That was super.
That was a great
little monologue.
Like I say, normally it's 2 ways. You did the whole thing.
Oh, sorry.
No,
I'm
it's brilliant.
It's got a bit greedy then.
No, it's nice to watch.
I felt like that was an audition piece.
Yeah, we've got the part. Yeah.
Was you looking directly into lens then as well?
Yeah,
I was thinking because that would have been intense for a view of that.
Sorry.
But also, just as an extension, how did he burn the breakfast? I really want to know how he did that. Did he just do that by turning up the oven?
I reckon it's a case of it's a sort of thing like she's maybe got sausages in the grill and he's just walked past.
It's mind games now. We're in mind game territory.
He's just whacked it up top notch, and then she's like, and then smoke alarm goes off. Sister's crying. Sausages are.
He walks out the house and goes.
And then he's like, Mum, you've burnt my breakfast.
Yeah.
And he's like, what would you do without me? Just he's
mind
stripping
games,
her down mentally.
Mind games.
Yeah.
Like,
he sees it's all burning under there, and he doesn't say anything. He just stands at the bottom of the stairs. He just goes, scrape it like that.
Right. Okay. I like where this is going. So, Dad has now got is a supplier for him.
Yeah. Sponsors the darts team.
Sponsors the darts team. Mum's bit the hand that feeds her. Yeah. So she's in the bad books in the box room. Right. Let's get another prompt in there, and let's incorporate this next one.
Yeah.
Yellow.
They hated the dark.
They hated the dark.
The dark.
Right, okay, so...
Well, he's a kid. He's a kid, right? So, I've got an idea here. I reckon the situation in the house is not good, right? Like, business is going well, but the relationship with his mum is just like, she is spiralling, right?
Yeah.
And I think there is a little bit of her kind of gathering herself one evening, you know what I mean? She's like downstairs whispering to herself, like, I'm the fucking adult. You know what I mean? Like, this is my house.
Yeah.
He's not telling me what to do. Like, looking at her daughter being like, Anna right.
Yeah, it's
you
a
know
baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, do you know what? Yeah, I'm going to start fighting back. And she's like, going, what will bother him? What will get to him? Obviously, he's a 12-year-old boy. Yeah. He's going to have fears. And one of them is the dark.
Well, everyone knows that I think she knows that because the way that he punishes people who don't pay is he locks them in a classroom and turns the lights off.
Right, okay.
And that's his punishment. Like, you're in this classroom.
Well,
pay.
I think, obviously, the mum, despite getting all these luxuries, is like, the luxuries aren't worth me feeling like this. So
I'm a prisoner in my own home at the minute.
Prisoner in my own home. And I think it's like, sort of like...
there's a social worker involved.
At this moment, Philip is probably seen around town as a bit of like a Don.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's got that sort of energy.
Places.
He's sort of manipulating teachers, parents, other students. So I think the mother, Sonia, is thinking humiliation.
Yeah, his girlfriend's 25.
Yeah. And just as we sort of incorporate this last bit.
Imagine if it was a TA at the school. And he's like,
we just hold hands.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. He's like, anybody need help? He's like, yeah.
No, I think he's in year 8 now, but his girlfriend's in 5th year, isn't she? Do you know
Right,
what I mean?
okay.
One of them.
Just remind us of what the final line is, the red one.
That was the last business card they ever gave away.
Right, okay, so let's say he's got to the point now where he's being a bit flashy. He's made his money, and now it's like, how can I market this even further? I need to reach more people. I need to get more money. So, printing business cards, obviously one thing. What else what sort of merch is he doing? What marketing things is he doing? Is he getting on Facebook?
Like local radio campaigns.
It's 2011, remember? Facebook is pretty fresh.
Local radio campaigns.
Yeah.
Hi guys, just letting you all know, I sell vapes in my school.
I think he's like
No regulations then.
I think he's gone Scarface route. So it's like he's so wrapped up in his own kind of glory.
Yeah.
You know, he's like doing lines
Classic.
of rainbow dust. You know what I mean?
Classic, yeah,
Like,
he's
just
just-
pure sherbet, dib dab.
He's getting it now. He's gone so many different layers now. He's selling it to the darts team.
Got it.
He's getting it from. He's not checking it anymore. He's not buying stuff which is accredited with company names. He's buying it in milk bottles delivered to fucking. You name it. He's just all he can see is the pound signs.
I reckon. Right, yeah, that is all going on in his head, right? And it's in lessons. And do you know, like when the bell goes, right, and the teacher goes, "The bell's for me." Right, and he's having like one of them defiant moments. He's like, "You don't tell me what to do." He's like, "You don't know who I am, right?
Yeah.
That bell, I'll leave whenever I want, right?" And he's just getting more and more. And he says to his mate in this like mania, he's like, "We're gonna have to go big, right? I rate we do an assembly, okay, where he can promote his business."
Right.
So, yeah.
An unofficial assembly.
He's going to just gate crash it. His plan is like t-shirt cannons.
Right, okay, so like I said, I think we've got to remember the time period. It's 2011.
Yep.
Facebook is pretty fresh at this time. I think they've just started incorporating groups into Facebook.
Yeah.
So he's made a group which obviously only students can attend. Maybe like there's a secret invite. Is he invited everyone in the school? You know what I mean?
Right, because he's got one of the teachers on the take. Right, and they're obviously like just a cripple to the merchandise that he can get. He's like, "You got to help me, right? You got to help me pull this off." That's how he's able to. He's got someone on the inside. So,
I was gonna say, you know, in like any sort of like crime film, you know, like Pablo Escobar, like when you what's that series about? Narcos. Like, there's a point where they go too far. You know, when like they get so successful, but the more successful you are, the more people are after you, the more people want your stuff, but the more like paranoid you get. So I think that moment where he's like, you don't tell me what to do, that could be like a tip over moment.
Yeah, 100%.
You know, like the first time he loses control.
I
like
that.
You know, because you need to have a point in the
This
story,
is a
don't you?
well-respected teacher as well.
Yeah, and like, he flips the table and everyone's like, he's losing it here.
Yeah.
I reckon the teacher that pulled him up on it is the teacher that's on the take.
No, I don't personally.
Maybe a new teacher, maybe.
I think it's a teacher
Well respected.
who well respected, carries a lot of weight. Do you know what I mean? Metaphorically, amongst the other teachers.
Yeah.
You know, well, like by the students, even like by the naughty students.
Yeah,
you know, that teacher who's like, nah, he's
all
gone
right,
too far. If you've been like out with him, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Even the kids who get suspended like him because he's fair, and you're trying to give it the Billy Big Bollocks with him. Nah, you're losing it, mate. Your head's gone.
So that means we've got his mum turning against him.
Yeah, it's all falling
His
apart.
students turning against him. The only person in his corner at the moment is his dad.
Yeah, but his dad's quite classically only ever been there part time.
Yeah.
So if he's there for him, he's only there for him part time anyway.
Yeah, there's rumours going around that he's struggling with supply. Like, he might not be able to get it till next week here. Like,
okay, so I think we're building towards that. Like I said, the final card is he gave away his last business card, pretty much. So that means he's had them printed.
Yeah.
What's it saying on this business card? Is it just saying Chongs, or what?
well, there was also the dark room, wasn't there, or something?
That's how it's. That's the prompt, isn't it? Yeah.
So his mum's flicked the light off on him.
She's actually flipped it off on the consumer unit so that if he does swap the light bulb, it still won't work, and then he doesn't really know about the consumer unit under the stairs. And she's like, what?
Well, I was thinking in terms of the dark room. I think he gets really panicky, crying, teary, and I think that she's like, "I've got to do this for your own." Well, just get some power back over you.
Yeah,
shoves him in the dark room, voice record or like. Records his reaction.
Mate,
Go on.
You've nailed it. You've absolutely nailed it. But are we not?
Go on. What are you thinking?
So I'm thinking now. His mum needs to take power back here. Like we said, let's rewind a little bit now.
Yeah.
That was one instance. He's been like that with his mum. His mum's all not really. She's took her rewards, but she's been a key part of the business. She's not really out of order. His mum, and he's shouting it off, burning her breakfast, giving it the fucking big one and all that.
Yeah.
And she's gone, I need to take some power back here. You know, she sat there. She's like, oh, you little prick, just fucking living in my house in the fucking big bedroom, telling me what to do, burning my breakfast. No, I'm not having this. Flicks it off consumer unit. She's like, you won't like this. Mum, lights have gone off. And? You can be, who wants to be his mum?
Yeah.
You know it's gone off, and your plan,
Right, so...
just briefing you, your plan is to come and get some footage of the real...
Right, of a scared little boy.
Yeah, the scared little
Okay.
boy.
So, I've got me...
But,
I'm guessing Samsung Galaxy in my hand.
but well, let's go from the start.
Lights off.
Mum, lights are off.
What?
Mum,
Yeah?
lights gone off.
They haven't down here.
Mum, I think my bulb's gone, Mum.
Right. Well,
We
you're the
come
big
change
man.
it.
What do you want me to do about it?
Well, you best come and change it now.
I can't. I'm feeding your sister.
Well, I'll change it then. I know how to change a bulb.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'll change it, mate. I'll just take yours out of your room then. Hang on. Mum,
Yeah?
light's not working in your room either, Mum.
Yeah, the whole house is in darkness.
Mum.
Right.
Mum.
Philip, pull
Mum!
yourself... Right. And then I reckon she enters with a flash on her phone. Right? Yeah. And he's like Gollum. And she goes, Philip, this is the real you, right? You're not some big Pablo Escobar, Scarface wannabe.
Please just let me have that torch off your phone, please.
You're a pubescent little boy who's scared of the dark.
He's sucking vapes for
Please,
light.
Mum. Please, Mum.
His sister's laughing.
Mum, I've pissed myself.
Right.
I've pissed myself. I'll piss myself.
Tell me, do you need my help now? Tell me.
I've pissed me. I'm not going to need you. I'm fucking pissed myself. I'm done.
Do you need your mummy?
Yeah, I need me, Mum.
There you go.
I'm going to piss myself, Anna.
Okay, right, then say, show me the lights.
Show me.
Okay,
Show
I
me
think by this
light.
point, motherly instincts kicks in.
Yeah.
She's obviously like, you wouldn't want to see your kid in distress.
Yeah.
So I reckon she brings him in, right? And she's like, okay, right. Just where have you been for so long? You've been trapped in this days of this like manic vape selling.
I think
No,
you're
it's
being
not
fair.
here.
I don't think it. I think she's like, look, you little shit.
Yeah, it's taught him a lesson.
Look, you little shit. You know what I've just done? I've got you fucking pissing your little pants
And eyes.
and eyes
Yeah.
on camera. So if you think that you're going to burn my sausages again,
I'll burn
Yeah.
you.
you've got another fucking thing coming.
Yeah. I'll ruin you. I'll ruin you.
I will ruin you and your entire reputation.
No, I know, but when I said I pissed, I'm not actually pissed. No, I've just spilled something on myself. I just said I pissed myself because...
No, yeah,
No,
it stinks, Philip.
No, I have,
it stinks.
You're really dehydrated, Philip.
You need to start drinking more water, Philip. But aside from that, I'm going to go round your school tomorrow.
No,
I'm going to go round your school tomorrow,
Right.
and I'm going to show everybody.
no, Mum, no.
Oh, what?
I'll change.
So I've got a plan for the end, right?
Right,
You'll
okay.
change your
I've got
pants.
a plan. I've got a plan. Do you know the assembly you were calling?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think he's next. So he's next day. I think he's like
He's scared of his mum now at this point,
No, but
releasing the footage.
I think
100%.
that he's like, oh yeah, he's sort of pandered her at least, but I'm really sorry. But he's gone the next day and he's been like, it ain't going to stop me. So he calls an assembly and he's about to show his new advert
Right,
on
okay.
the screen.
But she's
But
got
I don't wanna lead the end.
Yeah, so I
Yeah,
get
yeah.
what you're going to say. So essentially, what Ben is saying here is that he's sort of gone, you know what, fuck you, mum. I'm going to go and do this anyway.
Double down. I'm going to
Double down.
Yeah.
Just bring your mic a bit close, Chris.
Yeah.
Goes into the assembly hall, and she's somehow, I reckon, this is it, the teacher, the well-respected
Yeah,
teacher,
yeah.
has spoke to Sonia and said, look, your boy's acted out today. Like, I try my best with these students, I really do.
Yeah.
But he's took it
He's
a
off
step.
the rails, this lad.
He's off the rails.
He's 2 steps from Borstal.
Yeah, exactly. And I
They live
think,
quite close.
like you said, even the naughty students respect this teacher.
Yeah.
So they've told him about this secret assembly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's going to promote. He's handing out business cards at this assembly as well.
Yeah.
The teacher's told his mum. His mum's give the teacher the footage and said, look, when he shows this on the projector, which he will, because I've had inside info that he's doing a presentation,
Yeah.
Presentation for a new book. The presentation.
play this clip.
Yeah.
I think that.
Just took that'd ruin him, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think he's sort of in this assembly and he's going, look, I'm going to be bigger, better, stronger.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
reaching out to other schools. I've got a school out in East Leigh. I've got a school out in North Walkden. I've got contacts. Look,
Yeah.
stay with me. Keep buying my products.
So like, I'm the boss and you all better stay in line
Yeah.
in front of all
Yeah.
these.
Gives out business cards.
It's all building up. It's all kind
Yeah.
of like...
Right, so he gets on stage then, yeah? I imagine the head teacher, obviously, at any school kicks off the assembly.
No, the head teacher doesn't.
no, it's at lunch.
He's called this assembly himself.
This is an empty sports hall
Yeah.
at dinner
Oh,
time.
right.
This is
Sorry,
what I
I've got
mean,
this as,
so-
like, Monday
It's
morning.
completely disrespectful. It's
Yeah,
like-
yeah. So he's called this assembly himself, and the teacher knows because he's got inside info from the students that this is happening. Hence why
Yeah.
mums give him the footage to put on the big
Right.
screen.
This was like a case of like sports hall, doors shut, cricket bat through the back of the door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, you all know why you're here.
Yeah.
This is a seminar.
It's like a new Apple launch, new iPhone
Yeah,
launch.
yeah, yeah,
It's like a
totally
new
that.
iPhone launch. It's like
He's got a new line of vapes in.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But unbeknownst to him, he puts the cricket bat through the door. The crowd has flocked. He can't really see everyone who's in there. He's got his mate on projector duties. Everyone's in there, a few rogues and all that. But as we've said time and time again, someone has got the teacher in. The well-respected teacher who needs to cut this guy down to size.
Yeah.
And he's crouched behind the crash mats, right? Crouched behind the crash mats, ready for him to get in full flow, full Steve Jobs,
Is it-
full I am, full Martin Luther King.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I have a vape.
I have a vape.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have a load of different flavours. Yeah. And then bang, the projector comes on. He's like, right, this is it now. He goes, well, play the video of the new flavours. Play the video, and then it cuts to Mum. He's like, what? It's like, Mum, lights have got, and then you see, then you watch slippers going up the stairs. Lights have gone off, Mum, and he just his heart falls to his stomach.
Does he start pissing himself?
No,
I think he starts vaping.
He's
He's
like,
never gone on his own supply before.
yeah.
You see him like go.
Yeah, he has one. And then he's like, before it kicks into the crying and the pissing yourself, it goes off. The teacher doesn't put him through it.
Good egg.
He doesn't even do it. That's how good he is. He cuts the video off, turns the lights up, and he shouts from the back of the room, Philip, I believe you've got something to tell everyone in this room. Something to do with your retirement from the vape industry. Something what is going to get this school back in Ofsted's good books. Because you have dragged this school into the dirt, son. What do you want to tell everyone? Tell them, Philip. You're Philip. I want your retirement speech.
My retirement speech.
Impromptu retirement speech because you thought you were just launching a new product. Now you've just been saved a heap of embarrassment of you pissing yourself.
Yeah, you just avoided prison.
You know that's one click away, and you are fucking in the
I'm in year 8 as well.
in the dead man's shoes.
Yeah,
you're fucking there, mate.
Yeah,
You're
I think
fucking
it's one of them. You're
mouth's dry. Do you just get. Has anyone got a fucking Capri Sun or something? Just,
Kid at the back who was doing the projector's been knocked
Yeah.
out by the teacher.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
get him-
yeah.
get him up there.
Go on.
The reason why I brought you all here today was to tell you that I am stepping back. Yeah, I've sold my last watermelon rush, my last crunchy sensation, and it's been good through thick and thin. You've stuck by me, but I want to say that this is the end.
no.
No, I
No,
want
we're not
popcorn.
having it.
That's
Surely.
the teacher.
Yeah.
That's the other teacher who's been buying.
Listen, Miss Venables, right? Yeah, she's married.
All man in there.
I was sorting you out, but I can't anymore. I hope this doesn't come between us. I do enjoy RE. And
It's not a pointless subject.
I think, it's not a pointless subject. God is real. He's with us all. I forgot myself, and I feel like now it's really important for me to bounce back, get my head down, and just
Concentrate on my year 9 stats.
Yeah, and make some good options. Make some good choices.
I will still be doing dust caps, but vapes are now out of the question.
Yeah.
And thank you very much,
Yeah.
everybody. I've got one of these left. Gives it to the nice teacher.
I reckon.
that's lovely.
I reckon he
Oh.
takes an inhale, right? Blows up a massive smoke cloud and then just vanishes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and that,
that's lovely.
It turns into a vape.
Yeah.
It turns into smoke. He's
And he just takes a big inhale and he goes,
He tries it first time and then he just starts coughing his guts up.
Yeah, 'cause he
And
doesn't
then
do it.
Second one, he gets a big enough one and then just shoots.
yeah.
I like that. I think, like I just mentioned, I think that the nice teacher's come down, as he's been saying his speech, and he's doing that slow walk down the hall steps towards
clapping.
Yeah, well, he just comes in, and I think that is nice. So we've got that last little bit in, giving him his last business card. That's for you, sir. Thank you.
He hands over the vape and his final business card to the teacher.
Yeah, blows the smoke, disappears.
And then what's the last line?
That is the last line.
Oh, and that's the
That's
last.
the last
Yeah.
business card he ever gave away.
Yeah, there you are.
Superb.
Congratulations, gents. That is a great story. That is a very good
That's brilliant,
story.
yeah. I've watched that.
Well, happy
It
with
seems
that.
like an episode of Waterloo Road.
Yeah, you know like with Tracy Beaker. It seems like an episode of Tracy Beaker, doesn't
But
it?
a bit more sinister, which
Yeah.
I liked.
Yeah.
What we do is usually we'll just have a little tiny break, then we'll come back, name of what the story would be called, like as if it was a film,
Yeah.
soundtrack, and a prompt that you can offer to the pot. Also, what the poster would look like, but that takes like 5-10 minutes. And then
Okay,
we're good. So we'll be back in a sec.
Just a little bit.
And we're back. So, Chris, how did you find that? How did you find building the story?
Yeah, really enjoyed it. But it was a fun. No, I did. It was a fun experience. It did remind me of being in school, of just like making something daft up with your mates. I used to like doing that.
You're the first guest in a while to go on like I would say it was a good 2-minute monologue. Liam Pickford, when he came on, it was insane. Some of the runs he'd go on with these characters,
really?
dead funny. But
Yeah.
yours was like an audition piece.
Yeah, wow, thank you.
Yeah, I can imagine. I can imagine clipping that and just putting like a nice bit of music underneath it. You know, like a bit of drama music.
Yeah, I'd love
I just
that.
had
Nice little story,
I had the image of him being stood at the top of the stairs and his mum at the bottom with the stair gate like locked in front of her and him just berating her in his like Spider-Man dressing gown, right?
Yeah.
That is what I had in my head.
And the only thing what stops him is a smoke alarm going off in the kitchen.
Yeah.
A pair of DKNY jeans that are far too
Yeah.
big for him. The only time an adult size.
Like the fucking burning a breakfast is so like sinister, isn't
Yeah.
it? Like
Yeah.
burning your mum's breakfast after she's just cut yours.
You know what I mean? Like that,
Yeah.
innit?
Yeah.
Oops.
Sorry about
And what did
Scrape
you?
I used to work as a chef when I was younger, right? And when it was like a bit of a not beddy type thing to do, but like a bit of a learning curve. Do you know what I mean? Like when you was a new chef, and if you ever left something on the grill and you'd left it, the other chefs wouldn't take it out for you. In this place where I work, they just go scrape it, because you know, like when you scrape a piece of toast when it burns and you try and save it, that'd be it. So as soon as you scrape it, you're like shit, and running back to it. So that was from my 2005 chefing career.
Nice.
What I liked about this is the amount of backstory we put into the parents.
Yeah.
But I don't think we've ever done that before because we
No,
almost
Because everyone shit themselves when I said he was a 12-year-old boy.
Yeah.
Oh no, I think we've had younger, haven't we?
Yeah.
we had a lad who
It's forever 11.
yeah
Cyborg.
who was a young kid who put a headset on and turned into a cyborg.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed it. I thought it was the quite real. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I very I could see it. I could see the assembly
reckon-
hall. I could see the vapes.
I mean, we could send this podcast off now and get a film made in Hollywood. Yeah.
Yeah. or like GCSE drama.
Yeah.
yeah, one of the two.
Yeah.
Right, I reckon.
I want to be Philip. No, I want to be Philip.
What are we calling this? Like, if it was a film, what would it be named? So we usually try and think of something quite punny. So
About,
it's all gone. Pete Tongue, but
yeah.
I'm trying to think of like what Pete could be replaced with.
Yeah, it doesn't have been going too far.
Or it's all gone Phil Tongue
Yeah.
instead of it's all gone Pete Tongue.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
all gone Phil Tongue.
It's
Yeah.
all gone Phil Tongue. 'Cause it does all go wrong,
Yeah.
doesn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah, I like that.
Phil Tongue.
It's all gone Phil Tongue.
It's all gone Phil Tongue.
Do a tagline?
Yeah,
or?
tagline. Let's think of a tagline as well. So it's all gone Phil Tongue.
The
Bang,
rise,
bang, bang,
The
bang.
rise and fall of a child millionaire.
Do you know when you blow a vape, it's vapour in it.
Yeah.
So what about if the tagline is a successful business career up in smoke and then brackets vapor.
I like that.
He blows it all, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, that's funny.
In terms of what we see on the poster, what are we thinking? Is it like young Philip in the school uniform with the vape in his mouth, but he doesn't smoke it, does he?
I've got him with like a school bag on, like looking back over his shoulder,
Right.
Because he's got a bit of arrogance to him, innit? So it's
Absolutely, yeah.
yeah. I've got him like looking back over his shoulder.
Looking back over his shoulder, and his mum stood at the top of the stairs. I like that image before what someone said.
Yeah.
Shouting at him, but he's not arsed. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he's like, and then I like them. That kind of image blends into about a few other. Do you know? I love them posters which have got a bit of someone from the whole film in it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And you've got
yeah.
like then somewhere that fits into like in the corner of his dad just propping a bar up.
What
And
if-
his teacher looking quite noble? Do you know?
What
that
if he's do you know you see them guys like rolling posters on a board? What if his
Yeah.
dad's doing that and it's the
from-
poster of
yeah.
the film?
Yeah.
Yeah, like his dad across the top of the poster, like kind of makes
Yeah.
it look like he's putting it up. Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay, I like that.
Or a hubcap with a dart in it.
yeah, that's
Really
good as
simple.
well.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
there's
something
plenty
like that.
Loads
themes.
of kind of like
Yeah.
you know a lot going on.
It tells
in
a story. The
Yeah,
whole story,
yeah.
And for the sort of the montage, if it was like the trailer for the film, what would the song be accompanying this?
Yeah.
What if it's Depeche Mode? I just can't get enough.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
Dun 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 dun
Yeah,
dun dun dun.
Because it's almost quite. I like it when there's. Do you know like them
That's
films
what-
that
yeah.
have like a really upbeat thing for something where you're going, that's
Yeah.
There's a woman having a affair,
And
there's
I
a kid
just
who's naughty as
can't
fuck, there's a
see.
fella who's absent, and then there's something really upbeat in the background. And you're going, God, that's a bit eerie. That,
And
you know what I mean?
it could even like the trailer could cut between like the dun being like darts hitting a ball,
Yeah.
like dun 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 dun.
But then like
dun.
dun 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 dun, and then it's like and then it's like it's all upbeat, but then it's like a door slamming, his mum fucking crying,
Yeah.
his dad fucking looking at his empty wallet, everything just going wrong. But then it's just get, and then he's just walking down the street happy.
It's proper Shameless vibes, isn't it?
Yeah.
Shameless.
Yeah.
It's proper Shameless.
Yeah, when
story.
Frank gets a bit of money.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like that though. I like almost how the upbeat song doesn't match
Contradicts it.
the fucking tragic
It's
circumstances.
a nice little bit of
yeah.
juxtaposition. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I like
Oh.
that. And finally, last thing we need off you, Chris, is a line to offer to the pot. So something that a guest will have to deal with in the future.
Wore a fancy dress costume that ended up getting him arrested.
Okay. Wore a fancy dress costume that ended up getting him arrested.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else to add, Harry, before we wrap this up?
No, there's nothing. Is there anything you like to plug? By the way,
No, just my darts into treble 20.
Yeah, I like that.
yeah, I was just going to say, if you've enjoyed watching, please tell your mates. Leave us some reviews. We've had nothing but 5 stars since we've been doing this, which has been nice.
Well, not tempted,
and
that.
yeah, that's
Rightfully so, because it was a fantastic idea and you're lovely lads, and I've really enjoyed being here. So
dynamite.
Thanks very much, mate.
Thank you very much.
And if you are watching and you want to suggest a line for a pod as well, you can do on our socials. We do shout outs for that. So at AllMadeUp pod, just get in touch with us and we'll put them in the pots for future episodes. But yeah, keep sticking with us. Appreciate it. I don't think there's anything else, is there?
Yeah, and thank you, Chris, again for coming on.
Thank you.
thanks for having me, lads.
That's been all made up with Chris Washington.
It's all